As we wrap up our... What was that, babe?
Do I get a free pair of
Sorry,
sunglasses?
I can always stop. Oh, what was that?
That was my butt.
I know.
That wasn't my face.
Okay, as we wrap up our coverage of the 2009 International Moth World Championship, one final interview with AMAC, Andrew Macdougal, the designer of 83% or whatever, 87% of the boats in this fleet, the designer and initial sort of builder of the Blade Rider, and then the designer and now co-builder of the Mach 2. Andrew, hello, sir.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. I've had a really good time watching the Moths today.
And before we start, you've done such a fantastic job of covering all this.
You're very
Thank you very much.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Oh, good.
Flattery and money.
Oh, we can do that too.
Well, listen, dude. You're the most experienced guy in terms of design of foiling moths there is, and now at this point, because there were certainly pioneers, but you're it.
Okay.
Blade Rider and now Mach 2. Both boats are out there going fast. There are still the Assassins and the faster crafts, but really this has been completely dominated by both the Blade Rider and the Mach 2, and really the Mach 2 taking 4 of the top 5. So obviously going really well. How much production of this boat can happen when it's such a fast changing and fast growing class?
Well, we're building 2 a week. We're selling about 2 a week, and this is going to change things quite a bit. At the moment, I'm comfortable with 2, and I wouldn't want to just rush into building lots more. I mean, that's Macdougal's call whether they do that if we start selling more. But we can ramp up. If it starts to be 5 a week, well, we'll just do it because.
So what? But what happens when? I mean, it seems like this has been a class of constant technological development. You've got your molds, you've got expensive bits of machinery that you create. That if something else is faster, you've got to change. I mean, can you stay with the Moth class, or is the Mach 2 good enough that it'll stick for a while?
Well, I guess with both the Blade Rider and the Mach 2, it's been about trying to make it so that it was really hard to make a better thing, and I got caught out a little bit with that with the Mach 2. It took me a long time to get this right, but you see out here we had the Mach 2 and the Blade Rider going head to head, and obviously I have to say the Mach 2 is a lot faster boat, and we've got Nathan, who's a fantastic sailor, just can breathe the wind shifts, still hanging in there on a Blade Rider. So it's a lot about the sailor, and we're getting closer and closer to something that is really working, really just on the edge. Yeah, there's going to be changes, there's going to be little changes, but I think we're just really starting to nail that level of consistency where it just works. It just absolutely works. And
obviously we saw the Melgus 20. I'm throwing in some questions here, but we saw the Melgus 20 leave Macdougal recently. Are you happy with Macdougal's work in China? I mean, you seem to be, but there's certainly been issues in the past. Blade Rider left Macdougal for whatever reason, and now Melgus is leaving. That may be the economy, but are you happy? Can they handle it? Are they there for the long haul?
The quality of the boats coming out of Macdougal is exceptional. It just blows me away. Mark Evans and I have a really good relationship, particularly on the technical level. We get in there and we brainstorm about stuff, and Mark's, like me, is probably not the easiest guy to deal with, but we just get along and we get it done, and I reckon we've produced a really solid product. We've broken no foils, we've had almost no hull damage, we've had pretty much nothing major break. Little stainless things, a couple of things where things hadn't been compacted properly, but that's it. It's just, last time I was at a championship like that introducing a new boat, I was working from 7 AM till 11 PM and racing, trying to keep 12 boats on the water. We've got 14 Mach 2s here. You don't see me racing around fixing things much.
No, I don't actually. You've been pretty mellow.
Yeah, and it's been great. And so I don't know what happened with Melges, but I'm blown away with what these guys are building. It's just amazing, really.
So we had Rowan just announced in an interview a minute ago that they've got something really new and different planned for Dubai, so the beginning of the Moth secret wars start again. And we hear you know the Team New Zealand designed foils coming for the Assassin. We've got a random dude, seriously, from some top secret government facility roaming around with a foil that they produced that's beautiful, that he's trying to sort of pitch and see if there's some military spec foil. What's the next development? What have you got planned? Are there any new? I mean, are there any new silver bullets out there that we're going to see in the Mach 2 in the future?
Look, I've spent between Blade Rider and Mach 2 9 months full time designing the foils for these two boats. I don't think there is any silver bullets. I think it's a matter of just refining, getting it right, getting the construction right, getting that middle road of something that just works across the race course. I believe we've done that. I've had a lot of hydronemesis from various America's Cup campaigns. Paul Beaker saying, you know, the bulb was wrong, we shouldn't have that, and other stuff like that. And we've just done the work. I know this is right. I know we're right in the ballpark. Yeah, maybe we'll play with rudder size, maybe we'll play with foil lengths, but I don't see any big changes. Really, we're right in the ballpark, and I'm really happy with what we've got.
Well, with like we said, 4 out of the top 5 and the new world champion, I think you should be. You know.
Thanks.
What about Dubai? What do you got planned?
Well, Dubai's going to be very different. This was a very shifty venue. It's very much about the sailor. Dubai is going to be about going fast, and it's I think the biggest development is going to be in sails, where we can just sort of say we want a sail that works in a not so much a sail that works in a small range, but a sail that just doesn't have to, that we don't care that it's going from 12 knots to 20 knots in 1 second like we had here. So we can make sails that you can adjust, get absolutely sing it in a very small wind range and just blast. And that's what I actually love. And I see some major stuff there, but the foils, now we've got Mer trying to put me off. Go away, Mer.
No, I'm just trying to make it a little bit more lively.
AMAC's pretty lively.
I always try to make things more lively.
All right, so sales. We'll look for some new developments.
Yeah,
and
sales is going to be
and obviously, you know, congratulations. You've lived and breathed these things for a long time now, and it's amazing to see it all really come to fruition for you, man. So, nice job.
Thanks, Mr. Clean.
Yeah, Mach2boats.com.